Hello guys, and welcome back to Blueprints. Episode number 19 meanwhile. Let's have a look at my notes. What does it say? Drafting studio. Yeah, we are still adding drafting studio rooms. Every time we get the drafting studio, we know we can add a room to our floor plans. That is what we are doing. I also have a library written down for this episode, meaning we need to order some book or read some book or get those things out of the way. Let's have a look on the rooms quickly. We got them all filled here. Yeah, we got all the blueprints. Well, although some of them are now purple or red or green. We have adjusted a few with upgrade discs. But these are the original 45 blueprints and then room 46. Bedrooms, yeah, one of them we made green, but also the bunk room is upgraded, the boudoir is upgraded. Some extra things that you can find there. We got all those. Hallways. We got a foyer in the house the other day by running, with the power of the king, we run an orange day, so that was out of the way. Green rooms we already have for quite a long time, all of them. At least the original ones. We got the bookshop the other day and also the laundry. We had the laundry a few times offered, but we never drafted it in, so we did draft it in now that we have all of those. Red rooms, we got them all. And then found floor plans. We got them all, but we still need to draft the throne room at some point. Because that's still sort of grayed out. The other ones, as you can see, are lit up. This one is not, so that means that we found the floor plan, but we have not drafted it yet. And then we have studio additions. We have 5 of them. We also added the classroom, which means that even on a day when you don't run the school, that you can still draft one single classroom at least. But we still have 3 missing. One of them was solarium, dormitory, and then another one we've already seen, but it gave us 3 options. We had to choose something. We did the clock tower, found a sanctum key there. Then we did the kennel and the dovecote and the vestibule, and we still have solarium and dormitory left. I didn't immediately pick those because those are dead ends again. And then what was the other one? We've seen it. Oh, the casino. So yeah, solarium, dormitory, and casino are still missing. So yeah, we want to get the drafting studio. The library, something about the book. We do need to get the school because I think we need some information for the other sigils in the Sanctuarium that we still have to solve. And right, and then we have Aries Court, which is down below there in the blue flame. Maybe we try that today. What does that mean? What does that mean for our banner of the king? I think we need to select blue then, so that we get all the blue rooms. Because we need... What did I write? Oh yeah. We found something about in the planetarium, I think. We found the list. We are at 24. If we draft the observatory today, it will be day 20 or star 25, which has a southern cross. We need that southern cross for that thing there. So we need the southern cross, but we also need to get rid of the 4 gems that we have. Now what I don't know is, are we allowed to have Blessing of the Monk? That's what I don't know. We're not allowed to have any gold or anything, so don't pick up our allowance. Of course, we also need to keep an eye on, because we need to do it all before 1:30, because it is also the sacred hour which is required. So like here, right, we have to do hallway. That's okay. Observatory. That's okay. Let's check it. It is day 25. It should have Southern Cross. right here. I do not need any of the other stuff because that is a key here. There are probably some gems in there, so we're just gonna do this. Boom. Southern Cross in the sky is what we needed. Okay, that's good. So what we need now is just get some gem rooms. Sure, do Great Hall. Don't have a key, of course. Kitchen. Sure. Gift shop. Yeah, we can do that. Laboratory, sure. There's a battery pack there as well. Okay, let's do chemistry. We have metal, okay, we have a sledgehammer here, we can buy some gems. We have keys, we have coins, we can run an experiment. I think we got all what we need. It might be a waiting day. Oh, we got a package waiting here as well. We have no keys, no gems, no coins. We have no inventory items. Because we got rid of all the gems. Obviously don't open that package because then we have things again. The only thing what I don't know is, can we have Blessing of the Monk? Or is that also not allowed? Is that considered a charm? What's the time, by the way? 9. I think 5 minutes is an hour in this game. So we need, that's another 20 minutes or something. The unknown underground. But we know it's Aries Court because we read it in that puzzle book here. Oh, don't tell me you have to do these puzzles again. Holy moly. Yeah, in Aries Court, where the king now lays, so that's here. So this is, although it says unknown underground, this is Aries Court. Purple only comes down. On the sacred hour, that time-worn phrase. So yeah, we need to be here at 1:30. How does that work? What is this thing? This thing comes down. Yeah, we need to push that pink up, that's for sure. Okay, we can get those there. That's it. Will a youth approach with empty arms? Yeah, we have nothing with us. We're good when it comes to that. Yellow only goes up. We made a mistake, I think, on this one. Maybe not. Yeah, because we made a mistake. I can't get two blacks here anymore now. Yellow only goes up. I can get a black here, but then no, we made a mistake. I need to get one black needs to come down, definitely. Okay, that's a different story. Now we need to bring one down, and now this thing needs to move. Did we do it too early? Press the yellow too early. Now I can't get that down anymore. Yellow only goes up. Oh, no, it's fine. We can make this black. Okay. All good. All good. All good. All good. All good. Without gifts, nor gold, nor mannered charms. This is what I'm worried about. Nor mannered charms. It is possible that the blessing of the monk is a charm, a blessing. That would be very annoying because I don't know when we have the Southern Cross again. That's not gonna be tomorrow. Oh, what's this here? Pink. Okay. Needs to go out of the way, and then you need to rotate. But how are we doing this thing? That pink needs to move, I think. And in the sky above a brilliant sign. Yeah, this is a Southern Cross thing, the rest. And then it says something like the black key is here or something like that. This one always comes down. This one only comes down. So we're gonna have to bring one black down here. I think. And how are we gonna make two blacks here? We are not. Southern Cross has 5 stars align. Yeah, we let the 5 stars align. This one only comes down. It only comes down. Okay, that's fine. Okay. The patient figure, a reckoning grade. Yeah. And then a black, something with a black key will be here or something. Yellow only goes up. So we need to bring this down and then switch to yellow. Okay, yellow goes up. Boom. And now these need to go up. Yellow needs to go up. Okay. Yellow needs to go up. Again. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. The black key is lying with the last king of 8. Yeah, the problem is, I don't know. This is what's worrying me. The blessing of the monk. We have no gold, nor gifts, no nothing in inventory. But there is that one thing here. Empty arms. Yeah, this here. Nor mannered charms. Are the charms like the gems or the gifts or any of these? I think the blessings could be the charms. I don't think we can have this today. Well, we'll know. Let's go see what time it is. Could be close. Well, no, it's not going to be close. Because we're going to have to gamble a bit on it. What was it when we went down? 9 PM, but yeah, we solved a bunch of puzzles there, so... Could be 11 or so, maybe? 11, 11:30? Just feeling wise, it could be earlier as well. Not even. So around 1:30 we need to, around 1:15 we need to be on that elevator. Now we can go down and then wait 15 minutes in game, which is those are locked. I can't pick up keys. Yeah, we only have the gift shop left actually. Weight room. He really wants to give me the weight room today, doesn't he? We can do pantry as long as we don't pick up anything from the food or... Okay, we can do pool hall. That's fine. We'll do puzzles and everything later. That's not a problem. Of course, that is a problem. Lost and found. Oh, that is not a problem. We can't lose anything. We don't have anything. Perfect room to drop it in. Okay, we got a gear wrench and the lucky rabbit's foot. That is actually pretty good, because I need that gear wrench to he really wants me to keep the oh, we probably need our steps. Let's see what is in here. Don't know. Don't have a gem for the courtyard. Yeah, that's a problem here with this gem business. And now we have to do archives to connect. Also not great. Okay, so we got connection. We have nothing to lose, so we can't lose anything. Yeah, I actually don't want to drop anymore, because we have some decent roofs going on here. We got some coins sitting there, we got some food waiting on there, we can run an experiment. We have some decent items there, so we can go there next when we come back. Pick up those things. What I could do is this. I could pick up this key here and then use it on the Great Hall, because we know these doors are all locked. So there we go. Well, we don't know what that is, of course. He really wants to give us the weight room today, huh? Is that lost and found? I don't want to do this, because if that lost and find, which is very possible, has a side effect of drafting red rooms, then this could be laboratory. We have some we have some food around. We have a kitchen. We can buy food. We have some coins around in the pantry. We can buy a bit of food already. So maybe we need to risk it doing this step business to get out of it, and then do whatever we can afterwards to save our steps. Because we don't have keys to open the other side. Because this one we at least know we have exits, but yeah, we have exits on the foundation, on the archives. We're not in good shape as it is with the archives business. This could be anything, but it seems to want to give me red rooms and dead ends. I think that's a side effect of the what are we losing here? About 20 steps? We can probably recoup from that, to be honest. gonna mess too much about with it anymore now. Yeah, just to keep us busy a little bit. Oh yeah, we still have coins here. We can buy all the food we want. It's fine. And we have this package here as well. Yeah. I'm gonna leave the house like it is. It's 2 hours though. 2 hours, that's at least 10 minutes waiting, I think. And we don't even know it's gonna work because it's possible that we can also not have any blessing. But we don't know unless we try. We have no coins, no gems, no keys. We have nothing picked up anywhere. Although there's a lot of stuff laying around in the house. Especially that gear range, I'm interested in it because I want to make the workshop and the utility common. So that we can get the 6 gear rooms for the Mechanarium because there's another Sanctum key there. We had the gear range once and then we did 4 of the rooms. There has always been a history of things disappearing on the estate, including this very floor plan, which had been lost for many years itself and missing from the directory. Now that it has been found, some long lost items from Mount Holly's past might finally resurface. Yeah, you can get in this room, you can get things like the gear range, the watering can, a couple of vault keys, 370 I think you can get in here. The hall pass, the other what we had the other day, the repellent, where you can X out on a room and then you don't see the room for a whole week or something like that. Yeah, we found some interesting things. We dropped it 3 times. Doesn't say anything about red rooms though. It is a red room. And it has an entry effect, yeah, when you enter it, you lose a random item, but if you have, it's like the chapel, right? If you have no coins, you cannot take your coins. If you have no items, they can't take your items in this room. Of course, if you pick up all kind of stuff in the house, it's a dangerous room to go through, but because it will randomly pick anything. If you made something in the workshop, let's say a power hammer, and you're walking around with a master key, and then you go through that house, you can be assured you're gonna lose one of those. Well, it is what it is, eh? But yeah, we had it on the because we knew from the planetarium that on start day 25, which was today, we have start day 20. Well, we were on 24, but then you drop the observatory that will give you start day 25. It's not our day 25 because for us it's day 28. So, but there have been days where we could get 2 observatories in the house. So it's not like we have dropped at the observatory every day. But we had it on a piece of paper, so we have to try it because I think we are also at this moment we're slightly at that point where it's not so matter of looking for rooms because we got most of the rooms, give or take a few drafting studio rooms, of which we sort of know what they do. It's the dormitory, the solarium, and the casino. Those are the 3 rooms we could potentially add. The casino, we probably need to go gamble to buy that thing in the gift shop for 110 coins and things like that. That's why probably the casino is there. So we need to try this now once we thought about it. We sort of forgot about it the previous episodes, and then before we knew it, we had several keys and gems and coins, and then yeah, you cannot have anything. We have to be in that place there at 1:30, which is the sacred hour. So that's in an hour and a half. So that will be about in 7 minutes and a half IRL, I think. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait it out. I also don't want to draft anymore here because we need some food, we need our allowance so that we can immediately buy some food in the kitchen and recoup our steps that we just lost in the weight room there. We need to see if we can find some the pool hall, play that thing and see if we can get some keys to open, or at least try to get the open east here. We want to get that gear wrench. We want the lucky rabbit's foot. We will find more items around once we pick that thing up. We also want a telescope potentially. Then that's another one of those things that you can find in that lost. You get like the special items, the ones you don't see that much. The telescope, the gear wrench, the watering can. Gear wrench, watering can you can get in the tool shed outside as well, but they're very rare though. Yeah, something like the watering can you can get in the tool shed. You can get it in some of the green rooms, but mostly greenhouse or terrace, I think. And then, yeah, that's where you can find those things, right? And then also outside room, the tool shed, and in this lost and found room. That's your best chances of finding things like a watering can or a gear wrench. Other than that, you're not going to see them very much. So, yeah. Talking about an outside room. Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that. To buy ourselves some time. Let me think about this. Yeah, there's nothing here that can harm us. There's nothing here that's gonna give us something without having to pick it up or something. We have a tool shed. Yeah. Yeah, but I can't pick these things up before we went to the lost and found room, because otherwise we're gonna lose whatever we just pick up here. Or we can draft a no contact delivery, because we called it a day there the other day, so we can draft it with the monk thing. Or we take an archive, and that will be one of the other normal outer rooms. But if we do the mailroom outside here, we will get another package tomorrow without having to drop the mailroom. Also not a bad idea. There we go, you see? Order placed. Well, let's see what is in here. Because there's usually an item in there, isn't there? Or is that just in my imagination? Or we were just lucky the last couple of times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Still, we need to run an experiment for more letters. We did it twice and we got 7 letters extra so far. It tells you things like the computer password and so. So somebody is sending us letters. Most of them are coming from Randolph Moore, the lab assistant guy. I thought there was usually an item. When you drop the mailroom in the house, you usually find an item here. Okay. Well, we still ordered the package though. Costed us 2 steps to go in and out, I just noticed. Yeah, we definitely need to do something about the steps. But that's okay. Once we come back up, we can immediately pick up our allowance and we have a kitchen straight in front of us, so that's good. We can immediately buy all the food that we can there. Yeah, it's not the most wonderful start. Having to sit here for an hour. In-game that is, so yeah, that's another 5 minutes. We can go down with the elevator around 1:15 and then we still have no items, we still have no keys, no gems, no coins. So the only thing, if the manor charms, if that means blessings, if we can't have any blessings, yeah, then we're pretty much screwed. Because I don't know when the next time will be when we have the Southern Cross. We don't have the Southern Cross in the observatory every day. I have a feeling it's also going to be a short day because although we're in bad shape with steps, that's pretty clear. but we have an allowance of 36 coins, so we can use a bunch of stuff over here, right, to buy a club sandwich. And let's say if it's tomato soup, I didn't check the menu, but if it's tomato soup, then it will give us 5 steps for every red room. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's already 20 steps. So we can get 20 steps for 8 coins if it's tomato soup. We can get 15 steps for the club sandwich, also 8 coins. We have 36 to pick up right there, and there are some more in the pantry. So about 40 coins we can pick up. And then we can still, we can buy everything. We can buy everything in that kitchen. That's gonna give us, we can see, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Then we have 9 left. We might lose 1 or 2 downstairs, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we still have time. Oh, and we have this package as well. There might also be coins in there. I can't pick it up because then I actually have to open it. Oh, it's bacon and eggs. Okay. So we can get 10 steps from here. $15 from here, that's 25, plus we can buy 5 bananas, so that's another 15. So that's 40, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. We can buy 40 steps. Yeah, I think the time is about, I think it's 5 seconds for a minute. So that that means, what do I say? 5 seconds per minute? So that's 5 seconds per minute, so it's 12 minutes. 1 minute IRL is 12 minutes on that clock there. So if we made a minute or two, then it will be, we sort of want to go 115, 120, we want to go down, and then we are definitely in that room by 130. And then, but then I don't know. That's why I don't want to go too early. We will stay down for a few minutes just to make sure that it either works or doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then it's Blessing of the Monk. Then we could not have this. This could be Manor Charms, if we cannot have any blessings either. Then we have to do this whole thing again when we don't have Blessing of the Monk, but we still have it one day, I can't get rid of it. Because if I call it a day, then we are start day 26, the next time we drop the observatory. And that will probably not give us a Southern Cross. Then it's just a matter of call it a day, try again, call it a day, try it again, call it a day. Every time looking for the observatory, of course. Because it's only going to work on days when we have the Southern Cross in the sky. It's also the only thing that we dropped. There are also probably some steps in there, and keys and gems. I didn't check the other things. Yeah, one of them was a big gem, I think. That's 5 gems. There was definitely a key, and then there were either steps or 2 treasure chests. That's also possible. We'll take the elevator when it is 1:20 on that clock. Then it should be about a minute and a half waiting in that room downstairs, and then something should happen. If not, but we'll of course we'll give it 2-3 minutes to be sure, but yeah, that's what I can do. Let's go to the elevator. It's about 1:20. So 1 minute from now. It should be 1:32. Could be a minute and a half, 2 minutes, we will see. And either something happens in that place or something doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen, then we need to get rid of this blessing of the monk thing, but that's fine. Let's manage charms. It doesn't mean that. Then we might actually something happening here. Yeah, they're all doorways here, though. My goodness. Okay. Well, something happened as we walked in. Rewind, wind, press button. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what that means. I think I know what that means, but here's our problem with that. We don't have anything about it. It's gonna have to do with this stuff, probably. We need to fill in this thing. We have some letters. We have from the kennel. We had the CA, and then there was a black cat standing sort of 3 letters high, and then it was standing on the letter T. So we know that the last one is ET. And then the other day I remembered that binary stuff from the grotto, which we had no idea what it means, but that could be an I over there, blank, and then another I, and then instead of a 0, 0, it's actually 00. So that would make that CI something. We don't have anything about that. And then here it would be SI something, and here TO something, and LO something, and then here with the kennel thing ET. So we don't know. We don't know the rest. So we're gonna have to find more letters. But it worked. So okay, so you can have a blessing for this. I don't know if that thing will still be up there next time. It's very well possible of not the case. Okay, so that is the what was it called? Aries Court. Okay, so school. Yeah, we can't do school because we dropped at the mailroom outside. Library we're looking for. Drafting studio to add one of those 3 missing plans that we have. We also need to get sorted out with these steps here. So yeah, drafting studio and library is more or less the next thing of our goals. Okay, let's start by picking up what this is. 2 gems, 2 keys. Okay, brass compass, and we ordered a new one of these packages. We have upgraded the mail room to the no delivery or no contact mail room. So every time we drop that room, we will have a package on the steps here. We don't have to drop the room again because that's an upgrade disc. Okay, pick up our money. 36 coins. We have to buy some food here. Boom, boom. Okay, we sold out everything. 41 steps we have. Let's check the observatory. Because we did the Southern Cross, but there were other stuff in here. Delicious apples. A pair of chests in the thing. We get an extra key. 3 more steps. Okay. That's already a pretty nice recuperation from the business that we were in. Yeah, we recouped from the weight room already, yeah, basically. Oh, that was a mistake to make. I made a mistake. We made a mistake. But it's not a big one though. We picked up this key already. That would not. No. We're not going to do any of this business. Where is our lost and found thing? Because I made a mistake of picking up that compass. Apples are delicious now. Good thing we didn't eat that apple yet. We can do this thing. Yep. Yeah, we do need to see that we can get a path here to that foundation, that we don't have to go through this room again. Yeah, that's a mistake we made. We picked up the compass, which we of course now lost by entering this room. It always loses you an item, but that's fine. We have the gear wrench, that's good. This is still that same thing here, the pink solution, right? Yeah, okay. So that doesn't matter. We don't need to be in the chapel for anything. No, we can just go back down and never enter this room again, if we can avoid it. Okay, let's play this thing for some more keys, or special keys. That's a 1. 117 minus 13 is 4, minus 2 is 2. 6, 17, 20. Minus 6 is 14, minus 11 is 3, times 1 is 3. 5 plus 11 is 16. No, second circle. Times 2 is 32. Divided by 1 is still 32. Divided by 4 is 8. Secret garden key. Okay. Well, that's also good. Okay. Now, don't go back into that room. Go to the pantry. We go to the laboratory. Let's first run an experiment. When you drop the hallway from another hallway, each time you unlock or bypass a security door, whenever you dropped an archive floor plan. We'll do the archive floor plan because we have the archive in our house. Set your steps to 40. That seems to be a good one. Then we can, whenever we need some steps, we can gamble on the archived room. That's not. Okay, is there anything else that we need? Nah, I don't think so. We don't need to split coins because then we're gonna have to go back to that room and we'll check in the commissary, see what they're selling here. We got 14 coins left. That's good enough for a sledgehammer. And we can buy 2 gems. I don't need a metal detector. Boom, boom. Some extra gems to draft rooms. And now I don't want to waste too many keys on the Great Hall, so we're gonna have to go wait room, I think. Ah, okay, that changes. That changes a few things. Because now that we have a lockpick, we can try that. Okay, doesn't work here. That's the door. It usually works on like 2 or 3 of the doors. Okay. Well, that's the doorway actually. That's good. Security. Yeah. You use the gear range on that one, but it's already uncommon, so we'll just continue. And if we can now get we now can get power here, then we can change the keycard system because we don't have a keycard, right? We have a lockpick, but not a keycard. Fold. Bacon and eggs is we'll do bacon and eggs. That was also stupid. I should have taken that. I should have taken that. That was stupid. This gives me 10 steps. Our experiment with the archive floor plan would have given us 40 steps. That was indeed not the best choice there. Especially since we had nothing to lose. It would have been a dead end anyway. We actually sacrificed an exit here. Let's go here, yeah. Okay, let's do archive floor plan. That will set our steps back to 40. That's okay. There we go. Experiment successful. Laundry. We don't have power to the laundry, but yeah, we're not gonna be able to spin here. It costs 5 coins to spin. We can swap gems into coins, keys into gems, or keys into coins. But it's costing you, a spin costs you 5 though to do this, but that's fine. You can get like something like treasure trove or vault, you can get coins, that's not a problem. Our biggest problem is going to be we need to connect our weight room to the foundation. We need to do that because otherwise we need to go back to that stupid room there. Yeah, we can also open this room here, south. We can also look for the lever in the Great Hall. Then we can also even open east if we want. And of course we can open. Let's run black and see if we can get the throne room. That's also an option, of course. Archive floor plan. Okay. Puts our steps back to 40 again. And it's a storeroom, so not even that bad. The next thing is more important though. Now we want a passageway or something. Or a vestibule, that's also fine. It will lock one of the doors when we enter, but we can always go back out. Never use a key in the vestibule. We can do secret garden there, potentially. Treasure trove is a dead end, my friends. So we're gonna go parlor there. And now, can we please connect? Another great hall. No, we'll just do the den. Oh yeah, because we have the pool hall, it will add another great hall and foyer and secret passage to the. No, we'll just do this thing that we can go into the foundation. What is this? 2 gems? Could be something like the office or so. But this one will give us a gem back. Our problem could be slightly keycard doors though. Like the foundation sometimes has them. Not this time, so we're good. We have a shovel or something? We don't. Okay. We know this is locked. We could use secret garden here. Oh, lockpick also works. That's also fine. Yeah, of course we came back in. Apple are delicious today. Upgraded parlor, that is, with 2 winding up keys. So we usually... Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. Gems are in this box. The gems are on the table behind you. That's definitely a lie. So one of these two needs to be true. There we go. And if it wasn't that one, it had to be the other one. You can gamble a bit more. Can we get this locked? No. Aquarium. That seems fine. Oh. Yes, please. Oh yeah, that's also because we made it an electric eel aquarium. It's also a power source. It's also a gear room. So we make this common. We see this way more. One of the best rooms in the game. It counts as a bedroom. If you have a sleeping mask, you get 5 extra steps. It usually has some items. Lockpick doesn't work. I don't want to use a key. We can do secret garden here, but I think I want that more there, so we will use a key then. It doesn't matter what this is. Huh? Could be something like the nursery, but it's fine. Huh? We'll put our step back to 40. Yeah, whatever. Treasure trove. That's actually a good room. The more you draft it, the better. Are we gonna spend these stupid green nodes? Oh, it's a blue node actually. Green memos in white boxes are always lies. Yeah, we know that. Green memos in blue boxes are true. We figured out that whole puzzle when we did all the boxes on the reservoir the other day. Green memos in blue boxes are true. Green memos anywhere else are a lie. That's pretty much what that comes down to. There we go. And now we use the secret garden key. Can we get a shovel or something? No. Okay, we'll open this side. So we have the south open with the wait room, and we now have the east open, and then we can change the wheel, and we can also open the west wing. Of course, we have to point it to the west, which means 2 turns on every of these wheels. Don't necessarily need to be there, but we could maybe use it as a pass-through room. And if we open all the doors, then we can drop from all 3 sides. So we'll also open the west. Okay. What do I want now? I don't know, anything that moves. I want utility and I want workshop, because those are only 2 gear rooms, which we don't have on Thingy Thing yet. Cloister, it's a bit of a waste here, I think, actually. Another great hall. Could actually do that. But then I need to go to the right here. Okay. There we go. Only one this time? Well, one door where the lock key worked gave us 2 keys. That means that we can open this one. Silver key. Lockpick doesn't work. No, let's use a normal key. Showroom. We don't really have money for that today. We can get to these squares from the archive potentially. Or do the archive plan. 10 steps. Dead end. Also not great. Let's do the archive plan. That's a very good choice. Oh, it's too late though, but anyway. Rotunda, please. We'll use the silver key here. And that's what I expected. So we get cloister. We still don't have a shovel though. And now we want to turn that. No, we're gonna rotate it first. I'm gonna go into the archives and do that side door there. If we can get something with 1 gem, we will take it, because that could be the garage in that spot. Let's do one more. Okay. Archives. Keycard. That's actually quite interesting. Yeah, garage, utility, workshop. It's probably not going to give the workshop here, but lockpick. Okay, that worked. We could put that thing here though, whatever it is. But what are we opening on? Utility, I guess. That doesn't cost a gem, I think. Servant quarter is gonna only give us 2 keys. One for the servant's quarters and one for the aquarium, which is also a bedroom. So that's kind of pointless. Garage is gonna give us 3 keys, but it's costing us a gem. This doesn't cost us any gem. We have 5 keys, and we also have a lot of doors though. Okay. Gems might be a problem. We don't have the car keys. That is not a shovel. Okay. Not super, but this is what it is. Rotunda. Tomorrow you will start with 1 key for every tomorrow room. Do we have a tomorrow room? Yeah, we have the mail room outside. That's a tomorrow room. That would be 1 key tomorrow. That's the only one, I think. Yeah. We only have one tomorrow room. Well, if we draw off this one, then we have 2. Gymnasium. Completely useless, but that would make it move it out of the way. Or again, we have to gamble on the archive floor plan, which would put our steps back to, yeah, let's do that. Steps back to 40. What did it give us? The morning room. Not even that bad of a choice. No items, no flowers. Nothing. Oh, a shovel, a shovel. Hidden behind the vase here, a shovel. Okay, where do we have cloister, secret garden? Okay. Let's see what we can find there. In our day we started with a weight room. We have access to all of these places. We have 8 keys. We have a key card. And we have the 3 antechambers open. The only thing we need is more coins. Gems, I mean. Because the throne room, one of the reasons we have not drafted the throne room yet is that it requires 5 gems, I think. Okay, some more steps, also good. And the times you get gems from these things is very rare. Very rare. Okay, thank you. And we can bring this one into common. That's 5 gear rooms now. Don't need keycard system up, put gymnasium up, dark room, and then put the dark room back on. Because don't we actually have a dark room in our house? Oh no, we don't. So it's still gonna blow the fuse no matter what. The only thing what I want now is the workshop. Yeah, you see it's 5 gems this room, huh? So we need to find another gem. Yeah, you know what this is gonna do. I don't know what it is. It's gonna give us a dead end here. We're still gonna take it though. No, it's not a dead end actually. It's a gymnasium. That's okay. And we just put up the gymnasium power, so it doesn't actually cost us 2 steps. We want something with a turn. If we can get a turn here, it's fine. We have all 3 doors open in the antechamber. But I still need something which is going to give me a gem. What is going to give us a gem? I don't know, to be honest. An attic or something. We don't know what this could be. Attic, because our attic is free because we axed it. That thing has no cost, but I can't see it. You also have the risk of getting a furnace here, so let's do closed exhibit. That's not a problem. We are getting a lot of red rooms though, so this lost and found is also has an effect on red rooms though. But it's fine that we know that this thing is, yeah, you can steal this from the other side, but that's not going to happen. That's next to the map. A freezer, not that interesting. We have to go this and... do we? We'll just put a locksmith in here. Just put a locksmith in here. We can buy the special key. Maybe we get a silver key for here or something. Then we should have exits. Yeah. 12 coins for 3 keys or 8 for a special key. Let's do 8 for a special key. Cannot give us a secret garden. We already have a secret garden. So it's going to give us a prism or something. Yeah. Okay. It's actually pretty good. we could potentially buy another key later. We'll open this door with the key card. Kidding. Boiler room is pretty good here. It's probably going to be the office, so let's connect to the antechamber, which we have opened, where we can draft from the antechamber as well. This is already uncommon. The only thing we want is the workshop, actually. To be honest, I'm not going to draft from the boiler room. We are going to draft from here. If this is locked, it isn't. Okay. Don't want the office. Do we have a conference room? Yeah, we do actually. Did the commissary still have gems? That's what I'm wondering now. Because we could do spread coins. We pick them up in the conference room. Go downstairs to the foundation, come back in and go to the commissary. I know they were selling gems. If we can get 3 gems and then the next time this thing shows up, because we are running black, it might show up again. Or do this, I don't know what it is, but... No, I think we have to do opposite here. Because that will give us a gem. But yeah, it doesn't matter how many. We already bought some gems. I don't think we bought all of them, but maybe yeah, we did actually, because no, we bought everything in the... I don't know if we bought everything in the commissary. Let's run the payroll. Already run for this week. Okay, let's spread the coins. Spread gold now. Is there any world we need something? No. We have laboratory, we are running experiments. There's no point in, I don't, or at least I don't know, to connect to the shelter for some reason. Okay, so let's first pick up our coins in the conference room. Where is it? Over here. Rotunda. Okay. Give me my coins. Unfortunately, the secret garden has spread also fruit over the house, so we definitely have steps somewhere. Because we had the conference room after the secret garden, it doesn't give the fruit here. Otherwise we can also just pick up the fruit here. So we have 30 coins. We could buy a couple more keys if we need them. Or we could just gamble on opening this here. Let's first open this room. Because this is a green room. That's what I thought. We'll use the prism key, which will give us another green room, so it should give us a courtyard or something. Or a veranda. What is this? What is this going to be? What is one? A green room with one. Could be a courtyard. Could also be the greenhouse. Nevertheless, was a gamble to take. Special flowers, something to do with the observatory. We got an extra key, which means we don't have to buy it. Got the metal detector, so yeah, no watering can this time. It is raining here, of course, because we put water in the... we still need to break this thing. Yeah, that is definitely something that I would like to have. So we can break this wall and make it an L shape. Then the greenhouse becomes way more interesting. We have sledgehammer. Oh my god, what was that? The battery pack is in the laboratory. But then we still need to find the broken lever somewhere. We need a workshop. So I need to draw from... okay. Okay. We'll use a key on this one because this thing is beeping. We know there are... oh, it's coins. Kinda hoping that there were gems here as well. Yeah, then one of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. Okay, that's the entrance hall. Oh, we got this thing from the table already. So this is the closet. I don't even need to open this one. That's even good. Now, give me the workshop, please. Doesn't want to give it to me. We need to do this because I can't see. Okay. There is something there. What is that? Car keys? That is indeed car keys. Okay. We go back there. How do we get to the garage? This is faster. Have we dug up things here yet since we have a shovel? Come on, give me a bunch of gems here. Silver key, treasure map. Where are we digging? What is this? 6-4? That's in the Great Hall. Okay. So we'll go back here. Faster this way than turning that rotunda again. Okay. Oh, we have a shovel? Yeah, I do. We do have a shovel. So lately it's giving me the 40 coins every time. I'm hoping on the one with 25 coins and then a few gems. Yes. Oh, yeah, only gems. That's even better. 8 gems. Never had this one. We had 40 coins or 25 coins and 3 gems, and then there is apparently also one with 8 gems. Okay. We need to know what we need a workshop maybe from there. Okay, turn around. So I don't need to go downstairs to get my gems there. Cloister, gymnasium, boiler room. We want to draft from the antechamber itself. Don't need that. Courtyard, really? Oh, we can do an archive plan here, it doesn't matter what it is. That will put our steps back to 40. Dinner has been served, it says. Oh, so it's dining room in other words. Oh yeah, sure, okay. Let's take our lunch then. Put it on 50. Let's take whatever this is. With the boiler room, we have the boiler room, so it's an extra 30. We are ending the day again with 80 steps or something. And what also it's very possible that we have another full house going on. Coin purse. It is really time that I'm getting the bloody workshop though. That's my only gear room that I don't have. That's why I'm gonna draw from here. I'm hoping on either one here, yeah, or here, it doesn't matter. We need to get a workshop. I thought if you have the gear wrench with you, I thought it gave more gear rooms. I doubt it though. This could be, we can go straight through, so maybe. What do we have? Special keys? Base silver key. No, I don't want that. I don't want a room with many doors because I just want a room with one door. Like the foyer. The foyer will open the doors in the great halls. Great, but how is that going to help us? So we need to get a corner and then hope that we get another workshop. We have the gems for it. We still have... What is this? Some stupid coin again? Yeah. Something that turns, please. Yeah, this is also great, but then we need to get 8 items. What are we looking for? The broken lever, I guess. But the broken lever can also be in the workshop. We know the battery pack is in the laboratory. I just didn't pick it up. Yeah, our biggest concern here is... In a perfect world, we get over here the workshop and over here the throne room, or the other way around. That would be great. But we're obviously okay. Now we definitely, here is the broken lever. Now we definitely want the workshop so that we could make the jackhammer, and we can even make the lucky, or did we make that lucky purse the other day already? Yeah, I think we just need to make the jackhammer. Okay, what do we want here? The trophy room. Rare. Unusual, maybe? I think it's pretty pointless, to be honest. It costs you 5 gems. It's a plus 3 gems. But you need to have 5 gems with you to be able to drop that room. So unusual is just fine. Other than that, that room doesn't do much. The treasure trove, on the other hand, I want uncommon. Every time we dropped it, we get 5 coins. Confirm. The Great Hall, unusual. I think that's actually fine, to be honest. We can always run with the power of the king or whatever. We can run an orange day. And if we have an orange day, we can get foyer and Great Hall, and then these doors are unlocked anyway. I don't want it standard, because if you don't have keys, that is not a great room to get them. Let's just leave it where it is. Okay. Well, at least we got the treasure trove uncommon, so we might see that a bit more now, which is very good. And now, give me a workshop, please. Oh. Normal key. The workshop is not a gem requirement. Whenever you drop another green room, 2 sprouts will. I don't need that. I just needed a workshop. That's all I needed. We obviously have a full house again. I'd rather have a workshop here than a throne room, to be honest. The throne room would open this, yeah. And we don't have to go downstairs if we want to, but... There are still a lot of stuff going on in the house, though. What? No, it's fine. That great. Oh, it's because of the secret garden. I almost. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, okay. In that case, we have to take the throne room. Obviously. One coin in the middle of the field. Gotcha. That is our second opening for room 46. There's one downstairs, but there's also one in the throne room. But it is another room which costs 5 gems, though. So that would also be a very nice room that to X. But we X'd 3 rooms, and then we have not seen the X in the armory anymore. So maybe you can only X 3 rooms, and then you never get the X again. That's very possible. But of course, this is one of these rooms which we still needed for the sanctum key. So now we have to go downstairs anyway. And scratch this thing. If we can find it. There they are, throne room. So now we need Mechanarium and Vault. Those are still 2 keys. Okay, yeah, obviously we have to go downstairs to open it, and I think we can solve green. I think we had enough information. This is also a king room, but that's fine. We've done the castle downstairs. We have Banner of the King, which is the most powerful of those pieces, so we will keep that one. We only run the knight once, and that was to get the armory in the drafting pool. And then we chose Banner of the King, but then we had that castle thing, and we thought like maybe castle move. So we tried once the power of the rook, and doing king after rook or rook after king. That's the castle move, and that opened that Aries Court, which we did earlier today. So that's how we got all that stuff going. And then we filled up the other day. We filled up the one of the episodes. We filled up the house again, and we chosen Banner of the King again, which is the most powerful. And as you can see, that works pretty good. Although we started with a weight room, and I think when we came in the house, when we actually started playing, I think we had 5 steps. Here we are. Full grid, 63 steps. Antechamber opened in every single door, and also room 46 has been opened as well. Is there anything we need from that place? Probably not, to be honest. But hey, we can have a peek, since we opened it anyway. Before we go downstairs, we have enough steps to go downstairs, that's not a problem. No, not so early, mate, not so early. Gymnasium, boiler room, boom, boom, boom. Antechamber opened from every single side, and room 46, we can just walk in. The crown is not here because we have code-checked the crown. Has anything changed? Don't think so. Yeah, our bust has arrived here now. This is us now. We have our own thingy thing. Yeah, and here we still haven't figured it out. We know a few things, but we know he starts over here, then he goes south to Araja, then we don't know where he goes. We know over here in Vera, we know he comes from Morajay, but we don't know if this is Morajay or this. And we know that this is Nuance because that was close to the other tree or something like that, that we read somewhere. So we know that this is Orinda, Erajay, Aries, Nuance. We know this is Vera, and then these two have to be Morajay and Korarika in some sort of order. So yeah, whatever of the two Morajay is, it will go to Vera next. That's one of his trips, but we don't know when it. We also know from Aries that he has done a bit of a sailing trip arriving there, but does he come from the west or does he come from Araja? That's what we don't know. So some of these postcards downstairs have to give us that information a bit. So yeah, that's it. We don't need that crown. We have the crown from the room. We have in our code check wherever that thing is. So we just have to go downstairs. I can't make the jackhammer, which is the last of the contraptions we need to make in the workshop. It was not even about making that contraption that I wanted the workshop. I wanted the workshop because we had the gear range with us. And I don't know what the workshop is, but it's pretty clear it doesn't show up every day, so it's definitely not uncommon. Where is that thing even? Did I skip it already? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it is unusual. That thing needs to come down. So we can do that either with the gear range or need to hope that it shows up one day in the conservatory so that we can alter it there. That place over there, which can only be drafted in the four corners of the house. So yeah, every time you see the conservatory, put it in the corner, put it in there. Every time lets you change the rarity of 3 floor plans. So as you can see, that's quite important. Because we need to get all of these gear things uncommon so that we can draft them, then followed by a mechanarium where there is another of these sanctum keys. But now we need to get that sanctum key out of the way, obviously. What's the fastest way to get outside? We can go foundation downstairs, we can go garage. That's probably, foundation is probably the fastest, given the fact that we are in room 46 here. We dug up everything here. Okay. Dining room? No. Boiler room. Boiler room is our only way out of here. Boiler room, and then we have to go here and there. Then cloister. And now, where are we going? Office is a dead wall. Rotunda conference room. No. Rotunda conference room. That's a rotunda conference room. And then foundation. Okay. Then take the elevator. Okay, so I think we're gonna open the diamond, of which we think it is green. We think it is Nuance. We know from a stamp that we saw on one of the letters. We know that they are using blimps over there. Air balloons. So they are doing aerial stuff, which means I think it's 5 lines. And since they need air over there, we are also assuming that it will be windy. Otherwise their balloons will not move very, so it's gotta be windy over there. So I think we're gonna open the diamond. Because I think we can solve that one. That would be our 6th door and solve as well. So yeah. Orinda, that's solved. Fen is solved. Aries is solved. Eraja is solved. We know this is Costa Rica. We know this is orange. That's about all we know about it. And here we know it is white, and that's Morajay. And this is Vera, which is also solved. So I think I'm gonna open this one. So this has gotta be Nuance, which gotta be green then. Okay, which brings us to screen. Give me those screenshots, mate. There we go. Snipping screens. So what do we need here? Green. Green is just sideways stripes on the border. And then we took some pictures. Aviation, balloons, the 5 rays, so that's 5 rays. 5 of these rays up north, sort of, on the northern half, let's put it that way. Yeah, we think it is windy, so we think we're gonna use the bended lines. Because yeah, they need wind, otherwise their balloons would not fly. And then I think we got everything, right? Oh yeah, this is what we don't know. So here we're gonna have to gamble. We used Marshall on Fen, we used Metropolitan on Orinda. Industrial is Arch. Spiritual was Vera. And Poetic was Eraja. So what we have left is academic. But we know the school stuff was in the west. Because our mother was on school. So that's either Morajay or Costa Rica, which is the academic thing. Because it's in the west, because she was sending pigeons over, which had to fly for days, so that can't be Nuance, because Nuance is too close by. So it's gotta be tribal or agricultural. But both would make sense, I guess, but we think it's agricultural. Because we are guessing that Morajay, which the origin of the Morajay boxes was like the first one. The first of those, the ones that created the boxes. Because all the other colored Morajay puzzle boxes, they come from this color. They were always, that was their version, they were always added afterwards. So we think that the first one, the primitive realm, would be Morajay. So that's why we think that that is tribal, and then that would make this one agricultural. And yeah, the borders, we know the borders. So I think we can solve it that way. We have to try it 2 times. That's how I see it. Because we know... So yeah, it's either this one or the previous one. This one is agricultural. So we need windy here. That's windy. And now we need the top 5 ones. So that's pushing this one, I think. Nope. 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 That's the 5 top ones. And then we need the border to be just stripes. Or was it this? It could actually be this one. No. Okay, is there another border with stripes? This one, I guess. Nope. It's one of these two, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, eh? It's gotta be this one. Okay, in that case it's not, then it's gotta be tribal here. That's martial. That's metropolitan. What was that again? Oh. Aviation, yeah, it's definitely aviation here. Unless there is no wind, and if it's just straight one. We have used the lightning. We have used the rain. We have used the heat wave. We thought it would be windy because they need winds for the air balloons. But it could be also straight normal weather, nothing special. We have straight lines, we have windy, and we have snow left. But the foggy has been used by as well red as black, so we know one of these things will not be used. Yeah, tribal, agricultural. Oh, the 3 lines is academic. No, it's not academic. It's not academic here. No, no, no. Then it's gonna be tribal. That's poetic. That's this one. This is tribal. But this one could also work. No. Then we have the other border with the stripes. This one could also be it. Okay. We are pretty sure this is green. What are the full stripes? Borders. Where are borders? Here. No, this is red. No, no, the full stripes is green. Okay. So this is definitely green. We know it's green. We know it's 5. Is it not windy then? It's just normal weather? What's the weather? This one. Yeah, like this. Oh, I need to change my border again. This is also, this is normal weather. This one? What is else possible? It could be agriculture. Okay, yeah, if it's normal weather, we also need to try the other mode. What's the mode again? The first one, I think, right? Yeah, it could be this one as well then, if it's normal weather. 5 lines for aviation. Border is green. If it's agricultural with normal weather, that could be. Nope. Then it's not 5 maybe. I don't know. Oops. There's my theory chart again. What we got? Yeah, it's gotta be 5. So we either have normal weather or windy. That's the thing we don't know. we just assumed, seeing they are using air balloons, that it has to be windy. The border is green. So we have normal weather. It's definitely not metropolitan. What was this? Academic. No. What was this again? Poetic, I think. Oh, it was like music and art and things like that. This was in Vera, I think. Spiritual or something like that. This was spiritual, I think. This is tribal. We just tried that, didn't we? This is agricultural, which leaves us with this. Okay, that's not it. Then it has to be windy, because we know it's 5 lines. We know it's 5 lines. That's rain. It's definitely not rain. That's lightning. That's heat wave. That is snow. That's windy. Okay. So we got windy. We know it's green. Give her our border back. I don't know why it always changes that border. Okay, so what do we got now? Windy, green, aviation for 5 lines, and we have metropolitan. No. Academic. Oh, that makes sense. This thing was whatever it was in Vera. It's also not gonna be it. This one was also this is the poetic. This is the spiritual one. Nope. This is tribal. We tried that before. And now we have agriculture. Okay, then it's none of that. They're martial then? Yeah, it gotta be. It gotta be. This is the only option left. Okay. Makes no sense. They were attacking. You would think it would be peaceful there. They're flying around with air balloons. They're martial. Yeah, that makes no sense. No, on the contrary, because they were allied with Orinda and Arch Aries in the fight against the red of Fen Aries, and Fen Aries is martial. But Nuance was on the side of the blacks and the yellows. They were not martial fighting with the reds. But still, yeah, I'm gonna check that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure red is Fen Aries is martial as well. This one. Yeah, yeah. Fen Aries is also martial. Okay. Then there is no way we could know that. I thought it was like a quiet realm where they just, you know, chilled out, flying air balloons. Apparently not. Well, yeah, they are flying air balloons, we know that, but yeah. Yeah, see, we saw that thing earlier on a mail as well. One of the mails in the mailroom, I think, has the same. We know it's green, we know they were blimps. By far my favorite realm I have visited during this trip, but I have always had a pendant for technology, and I'm less moved by the bendy of nature the others. The sand-filled streets and saving skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Costa Rica or the benches of Morajay. They're restoring to me as the mountains of Costa Rica and the benches of Morajay. So he comes here after Morajay and after Costa Rica, and we know he goes to Vera after Morajay. We know he goes from Morajay to Vera. And before that somewhere he also needs to be done Costa Rica according to this. Speaking of home, as I look across the eastern sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought that I would miss the sights of the red flags. Yeah. So this is number 7. He goes home from here. Nuance. The mountains of Costa Rica and the beaches of Morajay. The problem with Eraja is that he didn't tell us where he was going. But yeah, this is at the end of it. This is number 7. Because he sees to the east and he can see the red area, the shores, almost can see the shores. So that makes sense. So this is number 7, he going back home to Orinda, but meanwhile that is Aries. It's red now. I thought I would miss the sight of the red flags. So he goes back to Aries after this. So this is, we know Aries is 8. He started at Orinda, he finishes on Aries, which is the same area. But at first it was black, and after the 22-year-old war it became red. So we know 1 is Orinda and we know 8 is Aries. This is 7. Green area is 7. And before that, he has done Morajay in Costa Rica, but we know somewhere in between is Vera, because from Morajay he goes to Vera. So either he comes from Vera to Nuance, or he goes Morajay, Vera, Costa Rica, and then to Nuance. That's what we don't know. So it's either Morajay, Vera, Costa Rica, or it is Costa Rica, Morajay, Vera, and then comes. That's also possible. We know he comes from he goes from Morajay, he goes to Vera. We know that from the postcard from Vera, in which he says that he comes from Morajay. So that leaves us with Arch Aries, which we need to fiddle in somewhere. But he does do it in Arch Aries. He arrives after a long sailing trip. So we have to come from the south, from Iraja then. So that makes Arch Aries number 3. So 1 is Orinda, 2 is Iraja, 3 is Arch Aries, 7 is Nuance, 8 is Aries. So then it's just a matter of where does he go from Arch Aries? Does he do Morajay, Vera, and then to Costa Rica? Or does he do Costa Rica and then Morajay to Vera? And then which of these is coming to Nuance? It's either Costa Rica to Nuance, or it's Vera to Nuance. This is obviously 7, because he has been to Costa Rica already, he has been to Morajay already, and he's looking eastwards and he sees Aries. So this is obviously Nuance. And this is also, and that's also because he can see the shores. This is 7, because the others are further away on the map. the map we just saw in room 46, right? That's what we're trying to solve here, is figuring out what route he took, because you need to put that route on that board there, and there will be probably something behind it. We also still have a puzzle. This is the nuance variation. But yeah, I don't know how we had to figure out that they were martial, I don't know. At least we were right about the aviation and the windy and the green. So yeah, it was just a society that we didn't know. But we would assume that they were agriculture or chilling out or something. That probably means that Morajay is agricultural then. So they will be chilling out, which makes sense. Morning room. What we need to do here, create some more green, that's pretty clear. This is green, so we need to, yeah, green is the diamond. Also, that is something that I'll only figure out later. These squares, these symbols that you need to lock. The color that you need to lock is also the core on all of these Morajay boxes. So yeah, we need to create more green here. By putting 2 greens next to an orange. And what does this thing? This thing, okay, you need to go. That's for sure, because he needs to push things down. Okay, we can make 1 green. That's already a mistake, I think. No, it's fine. It's fine. Now we need to bring that purple above it so that he can push it down. Boom. Or up. Also fine. And now what do we need to do now? We need another green. This needs to become green as well. Okay. Now this thing needs to push this one down again. So we need to bring that purple back up. Okay. And now this thing needs to push this down. So this one needs to move up. This one needs to move down, so we can move this thing out of the way, and now we can push it down or up. Is that a good idea? This thing is gonna go down, it's gonna push it up. I need to have the black on top then, because the black is gonna have to divide these two. Right, now press this, this comes down, green should go up. I hope. Yeah, okay. And now we need the black up there to separate them. Okay, yeah, makes sense, makes sense. And our allowance goes up again. We found a lot of these boxes already. Yeah, 19, because our allowance is at 38. Yeah, there are already like 8 in the down below there in the on the chessboard thing, the Aries Court. Okay, so we were wrong about the society, but well, we didn't know what society was, but we thought we only had to gamble between agricultural and tribal, but apparently not. So yeah, there are a few things that they, although you have 8 of everything, there are 8 different colors. That's definitely true. But they're not they're not using all the things. Like here we have foggy in Orinda. And here in Fen Aries we also have foggy, so the weather is the same. And then we have martial here as their society, but also in Nuance they're apparently martial. So which leaves us with Morajay, so the orange shape needs to be Costa Rica. One of these two is academic, because we know our mother went to university somewhere in the west, and it was far away because she was sending letters with her pigeons from the Dovecote, and they were flying a few weeks or whatever to get here. So one of those two is definitely academic, either Costa Rica or Morajay. And we think the other is tribal. Yeah, I think Morajay is the original one, the primitive realm. I think that's the first one. So I think that they have a primitive society, and then that means that Costa Rica needs to be academic, but we don't know. We have not found anything about that. But that's okay. We have also a bunch of work to get the things going. But yeah, we've finished episode 19 with a full grid. We have drafted the throne room, which now means that I don't think we have anything grayed out anymore. No. The only thing which was still grayed out was the throne room, because yeah, that thing is 5 gems. Not that easy. It also says reclaim the crown. So there's also something going on that, which we haven't figured out. Yeah, we actually have not figured out what the purpose of this room is. It says reclaim the crown, so we can reclaim the crown. But we had that weird message that we found the other day. Okay. This one here. Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. So if we want to reclaim the crown in the throne room, I think we need to go there with a scepter, a stone, and a crown. That's why we have the blue crown from room 46. We put it in the code check, because we think we have to go to the throne room with that thing, and without having to go all the way up to pick up that crown whenever we want to do this thing. And then we have this thing here. And then there is something about a scepter, so we need to find a scepter and we need to find the deadly stone. Or something in that order. So it's gotta be in one of these coffins. But then of course we are... black. We have a black key, right? Well, we don't have a black key, but... Where we started this episode with was that Aries Court thing. There's a black key there somewhere. If we figure out that... So we need to figure out that castle. We need to find more letters for the castle. We need to find more letters for that castle thing. So that we can find that black key. Then that black key will probably open this thing, wherever this thing is. Okay, black key. We need to figure out how to get the black key. We also need to figure out where that black key goes. Or more specifically, where this thing is. And what is in there, that might be the stone, that might be the scepter that is in that crate. Heavy is the crown. We have the crown. It could be the blue crown from room 46, or it could be the red crown from the closed exhibit. But seeing it's blue, no, we don't want to. No, we don't want to do red because our mother didn't like red. We want to do the blue crown. Yeah, the blue crown is in the code check. I put my blue crown in the code check, so I don't have to go to room 46 every time. So the crown we got. So we need to find the scepter and a stone. And then we are ready for the throne. Which kind of suggests that we can then reclaim the crown. So which kind of probably suggests that we have to use that stone and that scepter and that crown and go into here and then something happens? Or do we have to be there at the sacred hour again? It's something we're gonna have to figure out in the next episode. That's pretty clear. We need to figure out more letters of that castle, so we can do that castle. That will reveal the black key. Then we need to figure out where that black key goes. Yeah, somewhere in that coffin, but I don't know where that coffin is. We have not seen that coffin yet. Or do we have to use Blessing of the Monk on the black rooms and draft them outside, and then the coffin will be there? That's also a possibility, yeah, because we have this treasure trove. There is a coffin there, which has these stupid weird messages, which don't mean much except for green memos in blue rooms, in blue crates are true. We know that. So, and then the last time it gave us a message like green memos in white boxes are lies, but we already knew all that from downstairs where we opened all of the crates in the reservoir. From that we could deduct that green memos in blue crates are always true. Green memos anywhere else are always lying. We also found a green memo in Hartley's room, but from the dark room we know he was holding a note. If you have light in the dark room and you have a magnifying glass, you can actually read where it says like green memos in Hartley's room are always lies. And they were smiling about it, but Hartley's room is the servants' quarter, and that's where you find that green memo. So he was telling the truth. So you can ignore that green memo in the servants' quarter. So yeah, blue memos are true. Red memos are false unless they are handwritten. That came into order the other day in the clock tower, where one of them was handwritten, so it had to be true. And so that's blue memos, red memos, and then green memos are true if they're in a blue crate and a blue coffin. Anywhere else they are just a bunch of crap. So yeah, it could be that we have to draft this room or the throne room, or what else do we have from black rooms? Not many, huh? We don't have many black rooms. Armory. Armory is also a black room. Or at least half of it. So we got the armory. We got treasure trove. We got throne room. The tomb. So that's 4. And then of course the one which we always forget, the aquarium, because the aquarium has every color, so it is also a black room. So there are 5 black rooms. But we have Banner of the King, so we can run black rooms like we did today, but there are not many. So yeah, we got the treasure trove, we got the throne room, we got the aquarium. So the only thing that it didn't give us was well, obviously the tomb outside. So yeah, maybe if we choose Banner of the King, we choose black. It might always give us the tomb outside. That's possible. But yeah, from the 5 rooms we have 3 in the house. Throne room, aquarium and treasure trove. And then the tomb is another one. And what was the other one? The armory. Yeah, we didn't put that in, but yeah, we'll see what we get. Oh, we still have Blessing of the Monk actually. Where are we? Downstairs. Okay, we still have steps, huh? So we'll use it. We'll use it immediately. Because tomorrow we will not have Blessing of the Monk. Even if you're at the end of the day and your house is full, always keep thinking. And see what you have available, because there are several powers playing in the house every day. You have Banner of the King, you have outside room effects, or tomorrow room effects, or architect rooms. What's the closest? The treasure trough. How are we getting there? Through the thing over there, secret garden. So we have to go conference room. It's over there. Okay, conference room. Secret garden, yep. That's where we need to be. Through the aquarium. There we go. That's also something we need to do one day, is drain that aquarium to see if something is going on there. Yeah, we have this cup in here. Green memos in white boxes are always lies. But this memo is in a blue, that's always true. We even have an apple. And of course, because the secret garden spread fruit all over the house, we probably have even more. This room is also a knight's room. Okay. So if we call it a day here, then we should be able, seeing we still have it today, Blessing of the Monk, so we can now drop that room outside in the next episode. And then see what is going on there. Yeah, this is probably our best shot, because there is a trunk here, so if we draw up this room outside, then this trunk will be outside. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, we have to call it a day in this room. And then see what's going on there. If not, then we'll try the throne room. It's gotta be one of the inside rooms, because the tomb you can always get. We did not find a door anywhere there, which is potentially, or a crate or a coffin, where we need a key for. It's gotta be something with a key, because it's coming from that castle thing where we know we're gonna get a black key. That's what the message said. So that black key needs to go somewhere. Yeah, our best shot is a treasure trove, because that's the only one which has a crate in it. The throne room, as far as I know, and as far as we could see, that thing did not have a crate in it either. But yeah, okay. We'll leave it at this. We have a full grid again, and we got the Aries Court out of the way. The only problem is now we need to open it. So we need to find more letters for that castle thing. We also need to run a schoolhouse. Yeah, let me write that down as well. Schoolhouse. It's one of our next episodes. We will run a schoolhouse day where we just go through the classrooms and see what we can find there. Because we also need some more information about the other things. We still have Mora J to do, and Korarika with the sigils. We know one is in the vault. We have opened 149 and 233. We didn't. 304 we opened, and what was the other one we saw the other day? 370, I think. So we know there is a 233 and a 370 key, but we opened only 2 of them from the 4 keys that we saw. So one of those deposit boxes needs to have a sanctum key as well, and then the other one is in the last room of 8. That's got to be the mechanarium. So we need to get as many gear rooms in the house as possible, and then drop the mechanarium. Then it will have 8 doors, and then. So we know how to get the sanctum keys. We need to make it happen, and then we can open the doors downstairs. But then we don't have many solutions for Morajai. Costa Rica, of which we expect it to be academic. We know it's orange. We don't know anything about the weather there or the society. Yeah, academic. It will be academic then. So we know it's orange. We know it's academic. So that means core and modes are done. So we need to know what weather it is there in Costa Rica. We need to figure out what weather it is in Costa Rica. And then, then we could potentially try 8 different things because we don't know what transportation is there. Transportation tells you how many of the race you use. Is it 5 or 8 or 3? Like in this case, transport was aviation, then you need 5 lines. That's what we learned from the Real Men Runes book the other day. Now that we had the full copy and not the one with missing pages from down the tunnel. So yeah, lots of stuff to do. But everything needs to go our way from now. I think we're now on those kind of puzzles where, we also have all the rooms almost. Oh, drafting studios. We still need to add some drafting studios. So yeah, that will be for the next episode. Looking for the drafting studio. See if we can get schoolhouse. No, it doesn't matter. No, we're not gonna. No, because we need to draft the treasure trove outside next time. Okay, we'll do that. As for now, we've written everything down what we need to know. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time in episode 20, where we'll see what the day brings, because we're apparently gonna open the treasure trove in the morning. See you guys then. Bye bye.